correctly. But for now, Thomas is a.k.a. Tamume.
That's my new nickname all my friends have gave me.
And when Thomas congratulated his new friend,
Sayer,
he addressed her and signed off with their new names.
Tamume,
Ginimos, CNN, New York.
Thomas.
I still don't understand how that happened, but if I was Thomas, I would go by Tamume from now on. Well, right now on Good Morning Northwest, a medical emergency on board a flight that landed last night at the Tri-Cities airport. What we know so far. The Lineage fire continues to burn near Findlay, and business owners nearby say there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. And today is a special day with flags at half-staff honoring the men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice in law enforcement. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeLal. The time is 5:59, just turned 6 a.m. on Wednesday, May 15th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, how is it looking out there? I know when I was coming in, it was like around the 50s. What else can we expect for today?
We're still looking at 50s, widespread 50s all across the region this morning, Jessica, and we're heating up today. Today and tomorrow will be the warmest days out of the next 7 before we start to see that cool down. So right now we are looking at a mix of sun and higher level clouds out there. It's a pretty sight out of our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco, and we will see that sunshine today, just more of that filtered sunshine look from time to time. Temperatures still in the 50s. There are a few 40s out there, not many though. 49 in Dayton, 49 in Hermiston, 51 in Tri-Cities, 56 in Connell, 50 in Prosser, and 58 degrees in Yakima. So just a light layer needed this morning as you're heading off to work, getting the kids off to school. Winds are very light, anywhere between 5 and about 15 miles per hour, and winds will stay on the light side today. However, that changes tomorrow. In Yakima, by 8 o'clock, we'll likely be in the middle 60s, close to 80 by noon, 86 for a high today in Yakima. Tri-Cities, middle 60s at 8 o'clock, 80 around lunchtime, 88 later on today. Make sure you wear the sunscreen. Put the sunscreen on the kids if they're going to be spending any time outside today. Lower 60s in Walla Walla, lower 80s for highs this afternoon. Like I mentioned, tomorrow will be another warm day, but then we have a cool down coming. Find out how low those temperatures go coming up in a bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And we start this morning's headlines in Pasco as we work to find out more information about a flight that landed at the Tri-Cities airport that had medical and fire crews standing by on the runway. This happened last night just before 9 p.m. An Alaska Airlines flight sent a dispatch saying there was a medical emergency on board, and the flight was set to land at the Tri-Cities airport and did not divert there. Fire and medical crews were asked to wait on the runway as the plane landed. Eventually, people were allowed to get off the plane, and we're working to get you more details on this. So stay up to date with us throughout the morning and on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And the Kennewick Police Department says an arrest has been made in a car theft that happened on the lot of a local dealership. It happened yesterday just after 1 p.m. Authorities say Michael Sparks threatened a dealership at knife point, stole a car off the lot, and led authorities on a chase through Kennewick and into Pasco. The chase went into a school zone, at which time police say they stopped pursuing. They found Sparks in the vehicle a short time later and arrested him. In a follow-up, Grant County authorities are releasing more information on a shooting that happened Monday. 55-year-old Brian Faircloth has been arrested in the shooting of a 47-year-old man. The two know each other, and authorities say the shooting was the result of a series of arguments between the two. Faircloth was taken to jail, and the man was in the hospital in critical condition, and his current condition has not yet been released. The Lineage cold storage warehouse continues to burn near Findlay, and nearby businesses and residents are trying to learn to live with it for the moment. Our Austin Reed talks with one business owner who says he can't believe it's still going on.
But we do have a lot of smoke still coming up from this, and this is why the fire is still actively burning.
This is what April 21st, 2024 looked like in Findlay.
We still have lots of hoses putting water on this fire.
And despite being 3 weeks since the blaze first ignited, flames were seen late Monday night by a security team that's been staged at the site 24 hours a day.
Watching for trespassers and also acting as a fire watch, looking for hostile fire. Hostile fire will be anything that gets outside the walls of the building and poses a fire threat to the community.
As for the flames from Monday, they were noticed at around 9:30 p.m. The fire remained within the footprint of the building and no other structures were threatened. But fire officials say the once frozen vegetables had thawed and are now drying out, creating new, dry fuel. Crews put water on the burning areas for about 3 hours.
It's been every day for quite a few weeks now. We just kind of have to try to keep the windows closed.
On Tuesday afternoon, I met with the owner of Mr. Reuter, whose Tri-Cities area headquarters are just a few blocks away from the Lineage warehouse. He was a little surprised that more flames were seen.
It's really too bad. It's it's been going on for quite some time, probably the longest fire that we've seen out here since we've been out here like about 3 years now.
All water had to be trucked in, and Walla Walla County Fire District Number 5 responded with a water tender and a crew.
And the lack of a consistent, high-volume water source, there's not much we can do.
As that challenge continues, there are plans to begin the process of dismantling and removing the structural debris, but that timeline is not something the Benton County Fire District has any control over. Officials tell Apple Valley News Now they cannot say how long the fire will continue to burn, and the smoke issues will persist.
Are you shocked that it is still burning?
Every day I come home and I see that smoke and I'm still shocked that it's still burning. It just fathoms me. I'm not sure what the heck's in there that's still burning.
No one was injured in the Lineage fire, and most workers have been relocated to other facilities across the Pacific Northwest. And it's National Police Week, and it's time for people to honor and support law enforcement, not only on the local level, but on the national level. Today, May 15th, is National Peace Officers Memorial Day, which pays tribute to the law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice or have been injured in the line of duty. In Washington, D.C., the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial adds new names to the wall, and flags across the country are flown at half-staff. And we'll have more coverage on the local level tonight at 5 and 6 on Apple Valley News Now. County elections offices all across the state are gearing up for the August primary. Part of that process is drawing names to determine which order candidates will appear on the ballot. Each county sets the ballot for county-level offices, but not state-level. In Franklin County, election officials use 3 numbered balls pulled at random from a jar to determine which candidate's name will be first on the ballot. And it's all part of the effort to make sure that election results are not biased, even by accident.
It's a random placement. Like, no one knows what candidate's going to be first. And again, the speculation that the first name on the ballot will have the highest votes. That way it's not any particular candidate. It's just selected at random.
And the primary election is coming up in August. Unlike the presidential primary in March, which basically just advised the Republican and Democratic parties, this one will actually determine which candidates advance to the general election in November. And the Washington State Department of Health has launched a new 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline website. The website is designed for people who are living in Washington experiencing a crisis, whether it be mental health or suicide. The website is part of a larger initiative to increase awareness of 988 services and resources. The DOH says many people still don't know the Lifeline exists, and they want to make sure that people get the information and the help they need. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, first it was the owner of TikTok, now make way for the content creators. We take a look at the new lawsuit filed by users of TikTok who say the Biden administration is messing with their livelihoods. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back with the details on that.
All systems go.
The Jeopardy Masters quarterfinals continue.
Only the top 4 will advance.
Absolutely insane.
Who will master the competition?
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event continues tonight on ABC.
Walla Walla Sweets Baseball has been a beacon of our community's spirit for 14 seasons. But behind every swing and every catch lies the question, where do our players call home during the season? The answer is simple. With you, our incredible host families. It's more than just housing a player. It's about becoming part of their journey. Watching our boys chase their dreams is incredibly rewarding. Become a host family and be part of something bigger than the game. Together, we are Walla Walla Sweets.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Get 0% APR for 72 months and $3,000 FlexBuy cash on an Escape. Or up to $3,000 cash on a Mustang Mach-E. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Here comes the sun. Get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Sorento gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas engine, a gas-electric hybrid, or as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Sorento S with all-wheel drive starts at just $40,110. Plus, get 1.9% interest for up to 48 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. So people who use TikTok to make a living have been vocal in their opposition of the new law that could lead to a ban of the app. Rhiannon Alley reports that the users are banding together to fight for their livelihoods.
This morning, TikTokers are taking on the government.
I'm suing Biden. Well, or the federal government.
Suing to stop a potential ban on the app set to take effect in a matter of months unless TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance sells the platform. In their lawsuit, 8 content creators claim the law signed by President Biden that could ban the app violates their rights to free speech.
I am fighting for my community that I have worked for 4 years to create on here.
The lawsuit says the creators rely on TikTok to create communities and even make a living, and cites TikTok's secret sauce that allows them to reach bigger audiences than other apps. But the Justice Department argues the potential ban addresses critical national security concerns in a manner that is consistent with the First Amendment. Lawmakers have argued China could access Americans' data or use its algorithm to spread disinformation. The creators' lawsuit is demanding proof that TikTok is actually a threat, proof many legal experts say will be needed for the government to win its case.
The government does not have the right to tell us what we can't use, especially when they haven't proved or provided evidentiary evidence to show the danger of said app.
TikTok has also sued to stop the ban, so this legal fight is already underway. And up next on Good Morning Northwest, many parts of the U.S. are under air quality alerts from the Canadian wildfires. We have why firefighters are struggling to contain the fires. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona lets us know how our air quality is doing locally and if those Canadian fires are affecting us.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there. You know, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
First Alert Weather is our promise, our commitment to you, to keep you and your family safe.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, count on Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
And we're always on your side.
You have this horrible habit of pocket dialing.
What do you hear?
Next live, Michelle Buteau plus Nicola Conklin.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's a beautiful start to your Wednesday. We do have some mid and high level clouds streaming in from the north and northwest, filtering out that sunshine a little bit out of our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco. And Dust Devils, they won their game against the Hillsboro Hops yesterday evening, and they're going to be back at it this afternoon. We'll have that forecast coming up in just a minute. Temperatures are in the 50s. It's not too terribly chilly out there. So just that light jacket, just the light sweater as you're stepping out to head off to work on this Wednesday. 51 in Tri-Cities, 56 in Walla Walla, 49 in Hermiston, 54 at Hanford, 58 in Yakima, and 56 degrees in Toppenish. Here are those clouds moving in from the north and west. We have high pressure off to our east. We also have high pressure off to our south and west. And because of this ridge of high pressure building in from the south and west, that's going to be responsible for our warm up today. We'll get close to 90. Now tomorrow, this high starts to break down and shift a little bit farther south. We're still warm locally, but you can already see that upper level low swinging in from the north and west. This is when the pattern change will arrive, and this upper level system and a series of upper level systems will bring us some cooler weather starting Friday and lasting into the weekend, potentially next week. So here's that forecast. If you're calling it in for half the day today and you're going to the Dust Devils game at Gisa Stadium, be sure to bring the sunscreen, the hat, and the sunglasses, as temperatures will be rising throughout the game with the first pitch at 1:30 into the low and middle, not 70s, 80s rather. A light breeze out of the south and west of 5 to 15 miles per hour, so the wind not an issue today. 88 degrees for your high in Tri-Cities, 86 in Hermiston, 85 in Prosser, 82 in Walla Walla, so finally heating up along the foothills of the Blues, and we're expecting 86 in Yakima. Tonight, partly cloudy, mild light winds. We drop back down into the low and middle 50s. And then tomorrow, we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s. It'll be a breezy day tomorrow. That'll be the big difference. As you'll notice, those wind speeds really increasing during the afternoon and evening hours on Thursday and into your Friday. So 88 today, 87 tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, the warmest days. Breezy tomorrow and on Friday. And that's a big change. We drop a good 10 degrees
Thursday to Friday. And then as we take into the weekend, we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. And then we may see a few showers sneak in with a pattern change early next week. Yakima 86 today, 80 degrees and breezy tomorrow. We drop 10 degrees on Friday. Breezy still, especially during the first half of the day. And then we'll keep it in the lower 70s with lows in the 40s this weekend. Walla Walla 82 today, 81 and breezy tomorrow, 70 on Friday, lower 70s as we take into the weekend. So not nearly as hot as last weekend, but still pretty nice for it being the middle of May. Hermiston 86 today, 85 and breezy tomorrow. Then we drop into the 70s. Still breezy on Friday, but then we'll see lower 70s and lows in the 40s this weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And in some weather-related news across the world, air quality alerts continue to be a concern for parts of the Midwest, Northeast, and Great Plains today as smoke from Canadian wildfires drift south. Dozens of blazes are burning in the country, and some are threatening homes. Tens of thousands of acres are scorched from a fire in British Columbia. The province of Manitoba is fighting a massive blaze. In Alberta, residents in parts of Fort McMurray are under evacuation orders because their homes are at risk. So, Tiffany, I want to ask you if there's any update to if we're going to see any of that smoke from the Canadian wildfires in our region. How's our air quality looking?
Our air quality is looking really good, Jessica, and with the upper level wind pattern, that's going to keep all the smoke to our east. That's good news for us, but air quality still being impacted, like you mentioned, across the northern plains and upper Midwest. Here's the air quality right now. We're in the green, which means it's good, but notice where you see the yellow and even orangish colors. That is where air quality has worsened because of that smoke moving in from Canada. And those smoke particles follow the upper level wind flow. So here's the upper level winds from southwest from northwest rather, off to the east and southeast. So you can see here's the smoke forecast throughout the day today, where the most concentrated areas of smoke will likely be across the Dakotas into Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. This is where they have been dealing with the smoke over the past couple of days. So hopefully things will get better as we go forward into the future. But for us, we're looking at good air quality as we take it into today and the rest of the week at least. Jessica.
Thank you, Tiffany. And in more weather-related news, after causing the stunning display of northern lights this weekend, the sun isn't done yet. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory captured a photograph of the strongest solar flare yet from the current solar cycle. And the solar flare, which is an eruption of energy from the sun, came from the same region that triggered last weekend's geomagnetic storm watch, which was the first in nearly 20 years. The flares usually take place in active regions of the sun, and that include the presence of strong magnetic fields. This can impact radio, power grids, and communications. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's Wednesday, and we get to introduce you to this week's Operation Best Friend. We're going to meet Kiva this morning, a playful dog who has enthusiasm for life and lives for her squeakers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Life's better when you're under our roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest 16-page savings book. Pick up a copy in-store today. Spruce up the garden with 4-inch premium annuals. Member priced at 2 for $7. Plus save $5 on Maui mid-back patio chairs. Members save $20 on Key Men's double knee work jeans. Signature women's jeans by Levi Strauss are just $16.99. Find these savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
The Memorial Day savings are on now, this week at Walker's Furniture, with big holiday discounts on all your favorite brands, where you can get the biggest savings of the season, or take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing, with no money down, no minimum purchase required.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets are all on sale.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
This week at Walker's.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever battle New York. Watch Saturday morning at 9:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Today is the perfect day to get a new best friend, and we may have just the perfect one for you. We're featuring a four-legged friend who needs a forever home and someone to love. Kiva is at the Ben Franklin Humane Society, and she is this week's Operation Best Friend.
Hi, my name is Liz Howard, and I'm visiting from the Benton Franklin Humane Society, and I have Kiva with me. Kiva is an 11-month-old blue heeler Siberian Husky mix, and she came to us in August of 2023 with her 3-week-old litter mates. They were brought to us by our wonderful Prosser Animal Control Officer, Paco, after they were found as strays out there. She is a wonderful puppy, but she is a puppy. She has been adopted once before, but was recently returned when it was determined that a puppy wasn't a good fit for their family. She will need a lot of patience, understanding, and commitment to positive training to grow into her perfect, amazing adult self and have those grown-up manners that she'll need. She is going to be a strong dog. The Blue Heeler Husky mix is not only going to make her strong physically, but also very mentally strong, and she will need a lot of stimulation. And we expect her to get a little bit bigger, probably the size of a smaller husky when she's full grown. Kiva is an amazing puppy, and she loves to do everything that puppies do. She is the queen of squeaky toys. She loves to play tug-of-war, run through the yard, chase butterflies, all of those good things. Kiva does have some experience with other dogs from her previous adopter. Of course, she would need great introductions, and we'd be happy to assist with that down at the shelter. She also does have some experience with kids, but we would recommend that she goes to a home with older dog-savvy children because she is very high energy. Her adoption fee is $350. She is already spayed, up to date on all vaccinations, and ready to go home today. And anyone that adopts Kiva will get a $50 gift card, compliments of Paws Natural Pet Emporium.
Kiva is so cute. I wish I could adopt her myself. Oh. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a local organization in Yakima is working to make a difference in some staggering statistics. The YWCA makes an announcement on fighting back against domestic violence. Our own Emily Goodell with that report. And a Tri-Cities Dust Devil player gets a big honor. We get the chance to catch up with him as the team begins its next series.
Statistics show every 20 minutes someone is injured in an automobile accident. It isn't a pleasant thought, but sometimes looking out for the other driver isn't good enough. If you've been hurt, call Allen Brackey Law Offices.
GMA This Morning. Angie Harmon. She says her dog Ollie was shot and killed by a delivery person bringing her groceries in an Instacart delivery. Now, in a morning exclusive, Angie Harmon, who is suing Instacart, shares her story. This morning on Good Morning America.
Welcome to the revolution.
In order
order to take care of your mental health and reduce stress, make sure you get enough sleep. Most adults require 7 to 9 hours each day. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row!
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row!
This Memorial Day, we've been training, prepping for savings so big, they're getting backed in by the truckload. The more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend. Check out Doorbusters while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But I want to know, do you have the guts to save like never before? The Memorial Day Super Sale, only at Furniture Row.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay, we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
You know, even in the most minor car accidents, it always seems like the one not at fault gets hurt the worst. If that is you, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
This newscast is sponsored by Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, a local organization in Yakima makes an announcement on the fight against domestic violence in the community. Also this morning, Boeing is facing accusations from the Justice Department over 2 deadly crashes, where the DOJ says they need answers. In a story we first brought to you yesterday, we have more information on the new roundabout set for a busy intersection in Pasco. Plus, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:30 on Wednesday, May 15th. We'll check in now on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. Tiffany, what are we seeing now? I know the sun's out now, but what else can we expect for later today?
We can expect a very warm day, Jessica. Temperatures are starting off in the 50s this morning, a rather mild start, so you'll just need that light jacket as you're heading out the door. We're at 51 in the Tri-Cities, 51 in Dayton, 57 in Hanford, 58 degrees in Yakima. Look at all that sunshine out there. Great start to your Wednesday. We do have a bit of mid and high level clouds moving through. It'll filter out that sunshine a bit today, but temperatures will be climbing around 80 degrees for recess, middle 80s as the kids are heading home, and then upper 80s if they want to hang out outside. Just make sure they have that sunscreen on. Today, tomorrow, the warmest days out of the next 7, then we'll see our cool down, plus the wind picks up. We'll have details coming up in a little bit. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And Washington-based Boeing is coming under fire this morning. The Justice Department has taken a new step that could lead to criminal prosecution of the company. Lionel Moise reports this stems over 2 deadly crashes involving the 737 MAX 8.
This morning, new trouble for Boeing. The Justice Department accuses the company of violating a settlement that was reached after 2 deadly plane crashes.
Companies are threatened and put under agreements by the Justice Department, but it's extremely rare that a company actually violates the agreement.
The agreement allowed Boeing to avoid criminal prosecution after the crashes involving its 737 MAX jets in 2018 and 2019. In exchange, it was required to follow certain safety procedures, but in a new letter, prosecutors claim Boeing has failed to design, implement, and enforce a compliance and ethics program to prevent and detect violations throughout its operations. The Justice Department says Boeing is now subject to prosecution, though the department is still determining how it will proceed in this matter.
Boeing is one of the largest and most powerful companies in the United States. It supports tens of thousands of jobs across the country. It supplies our military with planes and different weapon systems. But on the flip side, the families who lost people in those two crashes, they want justice.
Those two MAX jet crashes killed hundreds of people. The first in Indonesia killed all 189 passengers and crew. The second in Ethiopia, 157. A congressional investigation found Boeing failed in its design and development of the MAX. The father of Samaya Stumo, a 24-year-old from Massachusetts killed in the Ethiopia crash, says he's very pleased the Department of Justice found Boeing in breach.
Now this has opened Boeing up to an extraordinary amount of scrutiny and a number of investigations.
Responding to the Justice Department's letter, Boeing said, "We believe that we have honored the terms of that agreement and look forward to the opportunity to respond to the department on this issue." Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
And prosecutors have given Boeing until June 13th to formally respond. And YWCA Yakima held its 30th annual YWCA Leadership Luncheon, their biggest fundraiser of the year, with former Seahawks player Jermaine Kearse as the featured speaker. And the YWCA now receiving sometimes over 1,000 calls per month and offering services like counseling, support groups, advocacy, and more. Their emergency shelter housing at least 400 families a year who have nowhere else to go. But the community's need has outgrown the current shelter, with over 1,000 families turned away last year due to a lack of space.
It is a dangerous time when people leave, probably one of the most dangerous. So to be able to have a place that you could go that has the safeties, the security, staff 24 hours a day to help you manage what you're going through is a huge help to people.
YWCA Yakima officials say they're hoping to start renovating the building next year and opening the new shelter in 2026. And we're learning more about the roundabout set for Court Street and Road 68 in Pasco. City officials say Road 68 serves as a vital north-south route, facilitating significant traffic flow within the city and Franklin County. Similarly, Court Street acts as an east-west corridor, linking residential sectors with the city's major commercial districts. According to the 2020 Local Road Safety Plan, this intersection is identified as a critical area for safety improvements due to its high collision frequency and nature.
This is a rendering of what the roundabout will look like once it's constructed. And you can see that it is slightly bigger than just the roundabout. We're extending those lanes just to be able to do a proper merging. There was a traffic study at the very beginning of the project. The project started in 2019, and it wasn't fully funded at that time, but with the first funds that we received, we began a study looking at current volumes and future volumes.
Plans include transforming this junction into a roundabout and installing bike lanes. Additionally, the project will incorporate infrastructure upgrades such as sewer line extensions to the east and north, stormwater management improvements, and the installation of curb and gutter systems, curb ramps, a water main extension, and additional street lighting. And construction is set to start in June. And Washington students are just getting to the end of the school year, but school districts are already looking ahead to the fall. ESD 123 held a preschool roundup. That's an event for families interested in enrolling a child in the Early Child Education and Assistance Program. It provides preschool and hearing and vision services for children who are between 3 and 5 years old. The program administrator says enrolling is a lengthy process and it can be a lot. That's why they host events to help parents through the process.
This will help families get the assistance that they need, but also it will help them know right away if their application is accepted to go on the wait list or not. So they'll be able to sign their application right on the spot and be finished with that process.
If you are unable to attend the event and would like to enroll your child, they'll be having an event this Thursday, that's May 16th, from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the ESD 123 building in Pasco. And a Tri-City Dust Devils player was named Northwest League Player of the Week for May 7th through the 12th. This recognition comes after he helped Tri-City take 5 of 6 games on the road from the league-leading Eugene Emeralds. Ben Goebel is the Dust Devils infielder who was honored with Player of the Week. This is his first season playing for the Dust Devils, and he says after a great week, he's just planning to keep the momentum going.
Just keep doing the same thing. Not going to do anything different, just have the same routine day in, day out, and play hard, have fun.
And the Dust Devils will be at home through the weekend. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's one of the biggest days of the year for the city of Richland. Riley Fitzgerald tells us what we can expect at this year's field day and how the community can get involved.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
You're gonna need a new bumper. Did you say burger, guac, cheese, Santa Fe burger sauce, burger, jalapeno pepper, cheese, burger, cheese, burger, spicy cheese, bacon. Guac, cheese, bacon.
Speed burger! Get burger.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
It's time to save big at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th. Get a new Forest River Salem. Was $24,000, now just $16,990. A new 2024 R-Pod Classic, sale priced as low as $21,990. How about a new 27-foot Coachman Freelander, sale priced at just $89,990. The Forest River Adventure Fest sale, May 17th through the 19th at Broadmoor RV in Pasco.
Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Habanero, jalapeno poppers, bacon. Give in to your devilish desires.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I figured El Diablo is back for eternity. Only at Carl's Jr.
Speed burger! Get burger.
Springtime in the Northwest, a great time to get outdoors. But a pop-up rain shower or blowing dust can change your plans.
No matter where you live in our part of the Northwest, trust Stacy Lee and Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Always on your side.
Next, E.T.
We are in Sin City with the one and only Shania Twain.
Hi, E.T.
Plus,
Hey, E.T.
our Simone Biles exclusive, Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Looking ahead today, there's a chance to cheer on some student athletes. Richland School District staff are trying to fill the stands at Franrish Stadium for the Lamb Weston RSD Field Day. Riley Fitzgerald joins us now with the way that you can get involved. Good morning, Riley.
Good morning, Jessica. The school district really wants people to fill those Franrish stands. The event is today from 9 o'clock until 2 p.m. and it's an open event. You don't need to have a student in the district to come by and support the students. RSD Field Day is a track and field event for students with disabilities. Nearly 500 students are going to be participating today from all of the RSD schools, and all those students are ready for today's events.
It's by far the most special day of the year. The students love it, they talk about it. There's a countdown in classrooms getting ready for it, and so it's a very nice way to get together usually towards the end of the year and kind of have a pinnacle event that we can really just celebrate these student athletes.
And Tuesday morning, Lamb Weston came out to Richland High School to support the event as one of the sponsors, and as students were preparing for what's called the biggest event of the year for students with disabilities.
And there's such joy in the faces of the competitors, and it's just great to watch them and you know, learn what they're doing. The events are interesting, and you know, they're just fun to watch.
There's new organizations who are going to be at the event, along with new activities with like assisted tech events and more. Lamb Weston will also be back with 2 fry wagons for free French fries. 491 students are signed up this year, an all-time high for the Lamb Weston RSD Field Day. Again, it's today from 9 to 2 at Fran Risch Stadium in Richland, and the whole community is invited to support local student athletes. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And where can I get a fry wagon for myself? Well, in Ellensburg, Central Washington University is showcasing a senior student artist this week who's using a creative medium to recognize her family's resilience. Mackenzie Guzman's exhibition, called Lest We Suffer, showcases art made from everyday objects with a family connection, such as her grandmother's doily. And the art explores place and ancestry through Guzman's memories as they've been distorted by time.
They actually connect to, like my grandmother made those. The one that's cyanotyped, I actually made that by hand myself. Doing those same motions that she would have done with her hands, it just helped me feel really connected to her.
Guzman's artwork is on display in Gallery 231 in Randall Hall on Dean Nicholson Boulevard. And the gallery is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. through Friday. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. She'll let you know just how hot it's going to get today. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Under our roof, they're free to dream big. Because we're here to help protect those dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Something is weird. Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
and the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought,
if it's hidden, you might get bitten.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Hurry down to Walker's Furniture for big Memorial Day discounts, where all your favorite mattress brands are on sale, with even bigger savings on Beautyrest, Serta, and 40 more styles to choose from. Plus, take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase, so you can improve your sleep today and pay over time. Plus, get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
Under our roof, they're free to dream big. Because we're here to help protect those dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. We are looking pretty nice as we take a live look out of our Dust Devils Skycam in Pasco. We do have some mid and upper level clouds streaming in from the north and northwest, filtering out that sunshine just a little bit. But all in all, we're looking at a mostly sunny and a partly cloudy day. It is a bit on the mild side this morning, not too terribly cold out there. It's 51 in Dayton and in the Tri-Cities. 55 in Connell, 51 in Prosser, 58 degrees in Yakima, and we're at 58 in Toppenish. Here are those mid and high level clouds streaming in from the north. Like I said, filtering out that sunshine, and those clouds are moving in from that direction because we have a ridge of high pressure in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere building in from the south and west. So here are the upper level winds. They move clockwise around this area of high pressure. Tomorrow, this high will break down and move a little bit farther south. We're still warm locally, but this is when the pattern will start to change, and we'll notice those impacts as early as Friday. You can see that dip in the jet stream. We will have upper level disturbances moving through this dip in the jet stream over the weekend and into early next week, and that's why we're looking at a big cool down. We're also looking at some breezy conditions because of the difference in the pressure between the high and the low so close together. So let's look at the wind speeds. Here's our Futurecast computer model showing that the winds will stay rather light today, anywhere between 5 and about 15 miles per hour. I think this model kind of overdoing it in some locations. 5 to 15 miles per hour for many spots. Overnight, they stay pretty light. Tomorrow morning, between 5 and 15 again, but then by tomorrow afternoon, watch as the numbers start to go up. We're looking at sustained winds 15 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon, and the winds will stay elevated overnight into early Friday morning, and gusts will likely be even higher. So breezy conditions expected tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into the first half of the day on Friday. Gusting up to 35 miles per hour tomorrow, gusting up to 25, maybe 30 during the first half of the day on Friday. Now today we're looking at high temperatures in the mid and upper 80s. It's going to be a warm one. We only saw highs in the lower 80s yesterday in Tri-Cities. 88 close to 90 today. I think we'll stay just below it. 87 at Hanford, 85 Prosser, and finally Foothills of the Blues, Pendleton, Walla Walla making it up into the lower 80s today. So the warmest 2 days out of the next 7 today and tomorrow. I have lower temperatures a little bit tomorrow. We did have 90 yesterday. Computer models are coming in a little bit cooler with that high sinking south a little bit earlier. So that's why we have dropped temperatures there, but it's still going to be pretty warm for this time of year. 76 on Friday. That's a big drop, more than 10 degrees, still breezy. And then we're looking at a cooler weekend when you compare it to last weekend's with highs in the 90s. We're looking at mid and upper 70s this weekend with a few more clouds, lows in the 40s. So we're back to those cooler mornings. Yakima 86 today, 80 tomorrow, breezy, 70 on Friday, and lower 70s through the weekend. A very comfortable weekend on tap. 82 partly cloudy today, Walla Walla 81, breezy tomorrow 70, and breezy on Friday and lower 70s into early next week. And Hermiston 86 today, 85 and breezy tomorrow. And the cool down arrives on Friday and lasts into next week. And we do have a chance for rain, a small chance as we head into next Tuesday. That's when we could see our next storm system move in. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And in some entertainment news, it's official. So last year's Golden Bachelor gave 72-year-old Gary Turner a shot at love, but now it's a woman's turn.
I'm Joan, and I'm your first Golden Bachelorette.
Joan Vassos will star in the first ever season of The Golden Bachelorette this fall. She'll look familiar to fans of the franchise. Vassos was one of the contestants on The Golden Bachelor. The 61-year-old was a fan favorite, but she had to leave the show early when her daughter had health issues.
And Vassos is a widow who was married for 32 years. She has 4 children and 2 grandchildren. Did you watch Golden Bachelor last year?
I loved Golden Bachelor.
I didn't watch too much of it. I saw the first episode, and also sometimes do that. I'll watch, some seasons, but most of the time I'll watch a few episodes and then forget about it or something.
We'll
but
be
this one
watching
looks
this
good.
together, I think.
Yes, we will.
And it airs on ABC, so perfect.
Woohoo! And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, here's a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
How do you move forward after this?
Audiences know actress Angie Harmon for her tough, no-nonsense characters on Law & Order.
List of property stolen from the Hagen home.
And Rizzoli and Isles.
This is somebody out there is really pissed off at me.
But last month, she experienced the unthinkable.
A man just shot our dog on our front porch.
And this morning, actress Angie Harmon speaking out for the first time since a delivery driver for Instacart shot and killed their family dog, Oliver.
Ollie sounds like the epitome of all bark and no bite. He was fun. He was loud. He's the one that runs around and barks the whole time. And, annoying, yes. Dangerous, absolutely not.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Angie Harmon's story with your GMA First Look. I'm Juju Chang, ABC News.
Before my doctor and I chose Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. With Breztri, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, I noticed my lung function improved. It helped improve my symptoms. And Breztri was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. So now, I look forward to more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:54. We'll get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Starting off, we're working to find more information on a flight that landed at the Tri-Cities airport as emergency crews were put on standby. This happened last night just before 9 p.m. An Alaska Airlines flight sent a dispatch saying there was a medical emergency on board. Fire and medical crews were asked to wait on the runway as the plane landed. Eventually, people were allowed to get off the plane, and you can stay up to date with us throughout the morning on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And Grant County authorities are releasing more information on a shooting that happened Monday. 55-year-old Brian Faircloth has been arrested in the shooting of a 47-year-old man. Authorities say the two knew each other, and the shooting was the result of a series of arguments between the two. Faircloth was taken to jail, and the man was in the hospital in critical condition. His current condition has not been released. And today, May 15th, is National Peace Officers Memorial Day, which pays tribute to the law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice or have been injured in the line of duty. In Washington, D.C., the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial adds new names to the wall, and flags across the country are flown at half-staff. And we'll have more coverage on the local level tonight at 5 and 6 on Apple Valley News Now. Richland School District staff are trying to fill the stands at Franrish Stadium for the Lamb Weston RSD Field Day. Today, the event is from 9 until 2 p.m. and it's an open event. You don't need to have a student in the district to come by and support the students. RSD Field Day is a track and field event for students with disabilities, and nearly 500 students are going to be participating today from all of the RSD schools.
It's a beautiful start to your Wednesday, so if you have any outdoor activities planned, if you're going for a walk, maybe gardening outdoors today, it's going to be pretty nice, but we will be warming things up this afternoon. We are looking at a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky, those mid and high level clouds moving in from the north and northwest. Our temperatures are still hovering in the 50s, so it's not too terribly cold out there. Maybe just that light sweater or sweatshirt will be needed as you're stepping out the door. 56 Walla Walla currently, 51 in Tri-Cities, 51 in Prosser, 58 in Toppenish, and 58 degrees in Yakima. So today, 88 degrees, getting close to that 90 with a mix of sun and clouds, heating up. Today and tomorrow will be the warmest days before our cool down. Tonight, another mild one, partly cloudy. Winds will be on the light side. Tomorrow, the winds start to increase. You'll definitely notice that. 88 degrees, warm, breezy, winds out of the southwest 15 to 25, gusting up to 35 miles per hour. And Friday will be breezy as well, but you'll notice the big drop in temp. 76 on Friday, and then we keep it in the mid and upper 70s where we should be this time of year, this weekend. Much cooler than the 90s we saw last weekend. 86 degrees today in Yakima, breezy tomorrow 80, and we drop it down to 70 Friday, and those 70s linger into the weekend. 82 Walla Walla, 81 and breezy tomorrow, 70 on Friday, and in Hermiston, 86 today, 85 tomorrow, dropping a good 10-15 degrees into the 70s by Friday and into the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany, and thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find updates on our website. Have a wonderful Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow.